What's up, everyone? We just want to say thank you for listening to the podcast and that this episode is sponsored by Straight Stoner, also known as the brand SS96. Shop today for t-shirts, hoodies, hats, and more. For listening today, you receive not 10, not 15, not 20, but 30% off. Yes, that's right, 30% off. Just use the code SWISHMASTERS today. Visit ss96.net and use the promo code SWISHMASTERS. Yep, shout out to Team USA, 2020 Tokyo Olympics gold medal finalist, Team USA men's and women's. So,
yep,
man, I gotta obviously we had some of the best players in the world in the US go out and play for us, and they won the gold. They lost for the first time in like over 15 years in the initial games. They didn't do well in the exhibition, and a lot of people questioned them, but they came back, and after that loss they didn't lose anymore, and they won gold. What did that say about this USA team 2020?
I mean, they complete what we expected them to do. It like I was expecting them to win. I think everybody else was too, which is why it was so surprising when they lost.
Yeah.
Right. But they won, and with overwhelming fashion, KD was on.
That's
in that goal
my
game.
Next question.
So,
my next point, man.
Yeah. What?
Oh, you touched on it. They got a lot of flack for that loss, and they got a lot of hate, criticism towards them.
No, let me take that back. It wasn't just that one loss; it was the exhibition games too. So all that combined, it made people think, hey, maybe other countries are catching up to the USA in basketball. And the reason why people are so prideful about that, because the sport originated in the US. So you have pride about that. So that's what made other people just come out with so much criticism.
Yep.
So has it caught up some? I got my opinion. I want to hear yours first.
Has the world caught up to the US in basketball?
Yeah.
I wouldn't say they've caught up, but the rest of the world's getting better, for sure.
Oh yeah, it's definitely getting better.
I didn't really worry about the exhibitions. Obviously, there were pretty bad losses in the exhibitions, but at the end of the day, they're exhibitions. No one's really playing to their full strength.
They actually lost one game though.
Yeah, I'm getting to it.
Okay.
That was surprising. That was like, they really lost? Like, no one. I guess we've been so spoiled over the years to see these great Olympic teams go and beat up everybody that when they lost, I was like, what happened? What's going on? Like, got to blow it up?
I don't know if I would call this one great. Remember the last one? That wasn't a great roster. It was okay. Just like this past year, it was okay.
Yeah.
The common denominator was like KD, Draymond. I'm trying to think if there were anybody else that was like on that 2016 team too. But I mean, it was okay. It's not like you just had so many superstars.
Yeah, I wouldn't say they were the greatest rosters.
No. But they still dominated though, like you said.
Performance-wise, domination, yes.
Right. So I get that.
The loss was super surprising to France, Rudy Gobert. We touched on him, but that was surprising. The exhibitions, I was just kind of like, they're kind of getting reintegrated into this, and they hadn't really played but like 2 days together. So I wasn't really worried about the exhibitions. The loss was surprising, but this Olympics showed us one thing that I think is becoming less of a debate. Kevin Durant can arguably say he's the best player in the world right now because he went off. I think all of them had a slow start, but Durant just took it to another level. He passed Carmelo Anthony for all-time men scoring, and in the gold medal game, he gave you 29 among the world's greatest. So, well, supposed to be the world's best or competition-wise. He gave you 29, and he looked like elite over his own team. Don't get me wrong, everybody played a part, but Kevin Durant he went crazy. Would you say that this separates Kevin Durant as the best player in the world?
Nah.
Uh-oh. So
I gotta explain why, don't I?
I want to hear it, man. Yeah, what you got?
I mean, you had a good argument. I mean, like, okay, so
who's better than KD?
Okay, I'm not gonna.
Giannis? Giannis is past KD. I know you.
No, I'm not saying it. All right, so
okay,
I'm going back to so yeah, he beat some great. I'm blah.
Uh-oh.
No, so I'm glad that Team USA won. Okay, but that's against these other. I want you to see how you do against NBA competition.
Okay.
So I'm going back to NBA. Not just it's commendable what he did for Team USA. These past 2 runs, it really is. He's been a leader, and that shows, and that's good. Now, he's the best player. I don't see how you can give it to KD right now when he's not like a champion right now in the NBA. So right now, I think you should still give it to Giannis. And the reason why is this: I'm not saying all players have flaws in their game. All of us are humans. All of us have flaws. There's no perfect player, no perfect human, right? So.
Right.
Giannis is a better defender, in my opinion, than KD.
Absolutely.
Right?
Yeah. For sure.
Giannis has more of the athleticism than KD. That takes work, that takes skill, and so other than that, it's just God given, basically.
Yeah.
And that's a skill. So KD is definitely a better shooter. Giannis, his playmaking is underrated, but he's definitely a really good playmaker. I think they're both playmaking skills are about almost, you can say they're about even. But so KD is so great of a shooter. Giannis is so great a defender. You can kind of see how I can balance out. It's just a pick 'em right now. And the thing is this, Giannis, his weakness was free throws. But the fact that he was able to step up in that moment and drain so many free throws, that shows what type of mentality he has. And the mentality to try to go and do it on his own.
Mm-hmm.
That says a lot too. KD, I don't know. He kind of let my team high and dry for a second, so I'm not sure what that says about his mentality.
I was waiting for you to go back to that. I was waiting for
it. Okay. Yes, I got to go back to that for a little bit. He showed his mentality a little bit. He preferred to stack the deck.
16 OKC every time.
So right now, I don't see how you can. Right now, no. Just right now, no. If he wins, I'm ready for this finals matchup. I hope it's Lakers and Nets. Now, whoever wins that,
wouldn't be mad at
best player. I don't care. But the thing is, what Giannis did will stand the test of time for a while because he's like the one. He's basically the only champion in recent history who won without another superstar, except maybe Steph back in 2015. Steph, because he was a superstar. Clay wasn't a superstar. He was
an all-star.
Yeah. Okay, all right, let's just change the definition to all-stars then. But if you do that, Giannis had an all-star though. And Chris Middleton. So that's what I'm saying. So
all right. Well, let me go back to KD.
Let's go back to the KD thing.
I think you make fair points.
Yeah.
Giannis obviously just won a championship and
Yep.
dominated. But
It's the other NBA player. NBA is the best collection of talent around the world. So you can't just compare world to NBA talent.
That's
This
true.
is the best in the world. So that's make that also part of my argument.
This is the best league. NBA is the best league, I think. Giannis did just win a championship. But to be fair, Kevin Durant does have 2, even if it's with Golden State. He does still have 2, and he was the finals MVP of both of them. Kevin Durant, even though he lost in the playoffs this year to Giannis, they couldn't stop him. The only reason he was a toe away, well, we know he was a toe away from going.
Yeah,
and
he was.
He lost his help. He lost his buddies in Kyrie. James Harden wasn't 100%. He still was giving you 40 to 50 points in each game. And to be fair, Giannis does have way much. I would take Giannis on the defensive end over KD, obviously. But there's so much more to Kevin Durant's game. So, on offense, at least to me, KD is as close to perfect as you can get. He's not perfect, don't get me wrong, but close to it. He's 7 foot, but he can handle, he can shoot, he can get his own shot, he can make plays, he can rebound, he's athletic enough to get to the bucket. There's a lot of stuff in Giannis's game that if you clog the paint, and obviously Phoenix wasn't able to do that because if they didn't have Aiden in, they were at his will. But if you wall him up and you limit him to the outside, he's much less impactful. And Kevin Durant has a different mindset too. Giannis turned it on, and I'm glad to see it, and I hope he continues to. But KD is a killer. KD is a sniper. And if I'm going to if I'm needing somebody to get a bucket for me in the fourth quarter when it matters, Kevin Durant, hands down.
Mm-hmm.
So that's my thoughts. I think I'm not gonna say he's the best player in the world. I don't like to throw that phrase around because we haven't seen every player in the world. And there might be somebody who is out there that we don't know about. But in the league, it's hard to say Kevin Durant.
So you say he's the best player in the league?
If I had to take individual talent and say like who's best, KD probably. I would probably say KD. I know he did.
Okay, listen. Offensively, no. This is not about OKC no more. I'm trying to evaluate him as I've had some good arguments, man. Okay, so man, it's tough. It's tough. Props to both players though. I got a lot of respect for KD. I really do, despite what he did to my, me as a fan. But I still respect him. I'm happy he won. But does Giannis get any credit? Does he get any credit for being able to still beat Kevin Durant? And he won a game. Before Kyrie got hurt, they won a game. They were like 2-1. Mm-hmm. So like, give him credit for at least winning one. And who knows? Maybe Kyrie's still healthy. He still probably would have won that. It would have been. I'm just saying. You don't know. We don't know. And James Harden was there. Was he fully healthy? No. No, he wasn't. He was killing himself to me. He was to me too. So, man, and honestly, even with here we go. I got one.
Okay.
Try to deny this one real quick. Before that series started, did we all not think Giannis was going to be out? Did we think he was going to be out? Didn't we think he was going to be out against in Phoenix?
Oh, against Phoenix.
I'm doing Phoenix now.
Yeah.
Did y'all think he would? Did y'all think he would be out?
I did not think he was.
Hyperextended left knee.
Yeah.
So
I didn't think he was coming back.
No, he had every right to not come back. But the fact that he came back off that injury in such a short amount of time and just ball out, You gotta give some credit for that too in the finals. You're surprised with that now.
No, for sure.
That's another level of toughness right there.
Toughness, and shout out to Milwaukee's medical staff, whoever Giannis's team is. Shout out to them for helping him to get back to health. That was not expected.
You're surprised for that. It might not be the best argument. I was trying to think of something, but that's another quality that's like his availability.
No, for sure.
He hasn't been like out for just long lengths of time, right? Yet. Well, hopefully, I take that back. Hopefully, I'm not speaking anything on it, but we just haven't seen it.
Yeah, for sure.
So he's definitely reliable.
That was a crazy injury that I was like, okay, you got to be more than average. You got to be kind of superhuman to come back and do what Giannis did. So, big props to that. But at the same time, even though he got re-injured, KD did the same because he had his initial with the Warriors versus Toronto. He was out for most of that series, and he tried to come back, and he did. And he got hurt, but he did come back and ball before he got hurt.
Good point. He did. He shouldn't have came back.
He shouldn't have came back.
But he did. Good point. He kind of made the injury worse. So good point. Good point. I say it's just a pick.
Giannis's like performance.
Yeah,
that was crazy.
I say it's a pick 'em though. It really is.
Yeah,
it really is. But there's a reason why that finals was so fun to watch. It was competitive. We really did not know who would win, right? At that point, the teams were kind of more matched. But for me, my opinion was I felt like Giannis would win because he's that talent. He has that talent. He's the MVP, Defensive Player of the Year. So I feel like he should be favored to win, even if he was like 900%. That was my opinion, right? You can take the tape for that. Now, let's go back. The KD, the Warriors. Now, who was favored to win that series?
KD with the Warriors?
Yeah.
If KD was healthy, the Warriors.
Exactly. He was favored in like all his finals runs. Even his finals MVPs, he was favored to win.
For sure.
Especially that second run. What LeBron have?
Not much. Kyle Korver.
That finals was so lopsided. No.
Yeah.
No. Ever since J.R. Smith did his thing, it was like, no. It sucked the life out of everybody.
Man.
Even me watching, I was like, dang. I don't know. Still though.
In that series, it was like, man.
I don't know. So how can you still justify? Yeah, he won Finals MVP, but if you stack the deck so it's impossible for you to win, like what credit is there?
But to be fair, that's not Kevin Durant's fault. It's the GMs at that point. If you put the team together a certain way, Kevin Durant can't control who's on. I mean, obviously he has Steph and Clay, obviously. But
he chose to go to that team. It is his fault.
He did. I mean, but that's his choice. I can't say.
It was literally in his control. He decided to go to that team that won. How many games that team won before he joined? 73 and 9.
No,
I'm gonna go to that team. That's his choice. That's his choice, man. And not only this, what team beat us? In 2016, not 2015. No, 2016, yeah. The Warriors beat us.
Yeah.
We were up 3-1.
Yep.
And you're going to join the team that beat us? Yeah. Come on, man. That's another argument against that, too. You gave me a good argument for his mentality, but that has to say something else, too, doesn't it?
I'm not. KD's choice to go to Golden State, we know that was a bad move on his part. Not questioning that. When I say the way the GM stacked the team, I mean like LeBron's 2017 Cavs.
Oh, okay.
That matchup versus what the Warriors had, that's kind of on the GMs because they didn't put enough around LeBron. But no, I'm not arguing against.
But then I have an argument against that. I got an argument against that real quick. I got an argument
KD
against
going
that
to
real
Golden State
quick.
was a weak move.
I got an argument against that real quick.
Okay.
Did anybody in the whole entire world expect KD to join the Warriors? No. So of course, if you're a GM, how am I going to plan for that? And then when it happens, what am I supposed to do? Real quick. There are no other people with free agents on KD's level I can get real quick. It's going to take time and planning. And that's what people did. The one team that had the closest, was the Rockets. With James Harden, Chris Paul. That was the closest team to do it. And that's only because their philosophy on offense. So that was the only team that was close to do it. But, Chris Paul got hurt. Whole different story.
Yep.
So that's my argument against that. How are you going to... What?
I can't argue with that one.
And then the thing with the Cavs, Kyrie, I'm sure they didn't plan for that either, for Kyrie to be like that and just ask for a trade and force himself out of Cleveland. So LeBron did what he could. Again, you can't plan for a superstar of that caliber to join a team that just beat you in the Western Conference Finals.
It's okay.
I'll rest my case on that one.
It's okay. I know.
No, I'm good. I think that's the rest of my case right there.
No, you made fair points. But
thank you, sir.
Shout out to what we originally.
And you call this man the best player. All I'm saying is that if he beats the Lakers,
you can't deny his talent.
I'm not. If you said who's the most skilled player in the league, yeah, I'll say KD. That wasn't the question.
Is he the best
in the league? No.
Debatable.
In my opinion. It's a pick'em though. I'm saying it's a pick'em. It really is, but I'm choosing to pick the current champion, Finals MVP, Giannis, who did it by beating KD. Remember, he scored on KD too, and that right. He has some nice moves now, so it's not like Giannis can't do anything. Giannis is so great on defense and does so many other things for you. KD does so many great things for you as well, more on the offensive end, but they're great. It's just a pick 'em.
Yep.
And I pick Giannis.
I'm okay with that
because he balled out.
I'm all right.
So, yep.
Yeah, but shout out to the U.S. men's for winning gold, overcoming obstacles and doubts. So shout out to them. But also, we got to touch on this before we go.
Okay.
Shout out to the U.S. women's team, man.
Yep.
They won the gold in 3-on-3 and in the regular. So some big accomplishments for Team USA women, holding down gold. I don't know how many medals they have total, but I think they may have more gold medals than the men. But they've been getting gold since like 1984. Shout out to them. Big shout out to Sue Bird and Diana Taurasi, man. They have 5 gold medals.
They're definitely goats in their own right, for sure.
Definitely, man. Diana Taurasi, I think, is the all-time second leading scorer in USA basketball history, and that's men and women. So, we talked about her a couple episodes ago.
Yeah, 9K.
Yep. So, getting buckets, and I saw some of the highlights. She was just playing around out there, man, like just doing her thing. Crazy passes. I love watching Diana Taurasi, so shout out to them. And I'm looking forward to see how the rest of the WNBA season goes. But yeah, you got anything else, man?
Oh no, man, that's a good conversation. Shout out to all the players and their moves. But yeah, respect to all the players, man. I'm excited to see what Philly does. That's the one team I'm waiting to see. That's the one main piece that's going to be moved. Oh, that and whether Dame Dollar will actually request a trade too. We got to keep a lookout for that as well. Yeah. NBA, the season's over, but it's like the off season
never stops, man.
Man, you just never know.
It stops.
Just never know. So I'm excited for this season though, for sure.
Yep. Shout out to everybody who tuned in, man. We appreciate y'all. Keep following us on YouTube as well as Spotify, Anchor, all podcast platforms. We appreciate it.
Definitely, we appreciate y'all. Do we need to address any comments or anything?
Nope.
You didn't address? No, not really. All right, cool. Sounds good.
Yeah. Thank y'all for tuning in. We'll catch y'all in the next episode. Yep.